At that time, I was not thinking about social business or microcredit. Those words came much, much later. When I went back in 1971, right after the war, Liberation War, where lots of people died and lots of bloodshed, lot of devastation. At that time, I was teaching in one of the universities here, in Middle Tennessee State University. So I quit my job and went back to Bangladesh and started teaching in one of the universities. And Bangladesh ended up with a big famine in 1974. So that kind of shook everybody.
A big famine.
Big famine, people dying of hunger. There's not enough food in the country. And I felt kind of empty trying to teach those elegant theories to economics students there while people are dying outside the classroom. So I wanted to see if I can do something as a person to be of help to people around me. So I started working in the village, going every day, seeing if I can find somebody that I can make myself useful to in some way, even for a day. And I did a lot of such little things. And I saw a lot of loan sharking, even in that situation of famine is going on in the village. And I wanted to know that how loan sharking goes on. So I took a student of mine and went around in the village for several days to make a list of people who are borrowing from the loan sharks. When my list was complete, there were 42 names on the list. And the total money they borrowed was $27. $27 total.
From loan sharks?
From the loan sharks. And I couldn't believe that people have to suffer so much for so little. Their entire life is kind of taken away by the loan sharks because they lent you just about $1 or less than $1. And I looked at it, I thought, this is a terrible problem. It's a long-standing problem. But I have a very easy solution for this. Why don't I lend this $27 to all these 42 people and ask them to return the money to the loan sharks? And they will be free. They'll continue with their life easily. They don't have to worry about those things. And I did that immediately. I didn't think about what I'm doing. I thought this is the right thing to do. And at that moment, it's a good solution to the problem. Then as I go to the village every day, people look at me in a very strange way, as if I've done something of a miracle or something. I said, for $27, you become sort of an angel to the village people? Maybe I should give another $27 and become some kind of super angel or something. And I thought, if you can make so many people so happy with such a small amount of money, why shouldn't you do more of it? So I wanted to do more of it. And ever since, I'm trying to do more of it and continue and continue. And in the process, I created a separate bank to lend money to the poor people because the conventional banks were extremely reluctant to do that. And I called it Grameen Bank or Village Bank. And started lending tiny little money which they need. Instead of going to the loan shark, they can take it from here. And it kept on expanding. And it doesn't need any collateral. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't need your past history. We are not interested in their past history. We said, look, we are not interested in your past. We are interested in your future. So let's build future. So we give them loans for income-generating activity so that you take this money and start some kind of business, raise chicken, raise milk cows, sell milk, pay back the bank, and move on with your asset building and income building. And we focused on women. Today, that bank, Grameen Bank that we run in Bangladesh, has more than 8 million borrowers. 97% of them are women. And they own the bank. It's a bank owned by the poor people and works for the poor people. And we lend out over $100 million a month.
Wow.
In tiny loans averaging under $200.